Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted, as always, to be joined by Danny. This is a reaction video to Josh Buatsi beating Willy Hutchinson via split decision at Wembley Stadium on the undercard of Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe if you haven't done so already to the channel. Danny, best fight of the night we've seen so far at Wembley. Give us your immediate reaction to that one.
Yep, took the words out of my mouth. It was a thoroughly enjoyable fight, back and forth fight. Both fighters having swings momentum, both fighters hurt. Obviously, Willie Hutchinson more so on a couple of occasions, the knockdowns to the body. That's what made the difference in this fight, the body work from Buatsi. I thought it was always going to be a question over who could last the pace a bit better because I think both of them in recent fights have shown in different ways they maybe don't have the best gas tank. But I think the body work from Buatsi sort of drained Hutchinson's gas tank a bit more, and he showed great heart, as the commentary team alluded to there, to carry on and even remain competitive and win some of the rounds after he'd been down twice. But definitely the rightful winner in Buatsi, and that 113-112 scorecard is one of the worst I think I've ever seen, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll go. I might as well ask about that now. I put a tweet out earlier. One judge had the Josh Kelly Ishmael Davis fight a draw, whereas I think most people struggle to give Ishmael Davis more than a couple of rounds. And I put a tweet out asking if that was the worst scorecard of 2024 so far. And it's not the worst scorecard of the night, to be honest. This is a worse scorecard than that. We obviously talk about these scorecards on a regular basis, Danny. What's Was that the worst scorecard you've seen for a while?
It is for a while, yeah. I mean, you hesitate to say ever because obviously there have been some terrible ones, but it's the worst scorecard in a big fight that I can remember for a good few months now. I mean, people can do the math themselves. He's given Willie Hutchinson 8 rounds, Joshua Buatsi 4. How do you get there? I mean, I've absolutely no idea. Was it Steve Gray? Was that? I can't remember who the judge was, but that needs serious looking at because
Yeah.
the thing is, this wasn't a show staged by any one promoter. These are two fighters of a high profile. It's not as if this would be a corrupt scorecard or a scorecard to the home fighter. They're both British. So this is just pure incompetence, which, yeah, I mean, I have no idea how you get to 113 to 112 for Willie Hutchinson.
No, no, I think it's one of those that should be investigated. Whether it is or not, we don't know. I mean, I'm going to try not to butcher his name. Gregor's Melenda is the judge,
That was the judge,
is the
yeah.
guilty judge. Howard Foster had it 115, 110, and Salvador Salva had it 117, 108. Don't just want to talk about the dodgy scorecard, Danny, because I think it was a good fight, so it's a shame to kind of rest on a negative point. What do you think Joshua Buatsi is going to do next? We have this massive fight in 3 weeks' time between our Turbiev Dmitry Bivol. A lot of people have been frustrated with Joshua Buatsi's career. Um, do you think he could possibly fight the winner of that fight in 2025? Do you think he's gonna maybe go after this Anthony Yard fight that we've been waiting the best part of a decade for? What's your gut feeling telling you that Joshua Buatsi is going to do next?
Can't imagine the winner of Baturbia versus Bivol would be particularly interested in fighting Joshua Buatsi. Unless I could maybe see it if Baturbia wins, because I don't think Canelo wants to fight Baturbia, but he does seem pretty keen on the Bivol rematch. And if Baturbia has all 4 belts, like apart from maybe moving up to cruiserweight and fighting Opetaya or someone, there's not really that many big fights for him. He is 40, approaching 40. He could quite easily retire after the fight. But if he does want to hang out and defend his belts as mandatories, Joshua Buatsi's been, well, I think, number one with the WBA for a long time. That was for the WBO interim as well this evening. So he'll be, you'd imagine, the first mandatory called. So if Viturbia wins, actually, and he does carry on, which I think is a big if, I could potentially
Mm,
see Buatsi getting the fight. I would rather see him fight Anthony Yard,
yeah.
to be honest. That's a fight that's long overdue. I don't know what's going on with Anthony Yard's career. Obviously, the word is he's having legal disputes with Frank Warren. There's other rumblings going about which will not address, but
Yeah.
at this stage of his career, with all that's going on in Saudi Arabia, how he's not active and getting involved in these big fights is beyond me. And I think it's got to be next year or never for this Yard Buatsi fight. That's what I want to see next, to be
Yeah.
honest.
And I think also Yard Buatsi, they're not young fighters anymore. Buatsi
Nope.
31, Yard a bit older. This fight has to happen sooner or later. It could be one of those. We could have another um, Kell Brook, Amir Khan situation on our hands where it happens too late. I hope not. I hope not. And with that, we'll end it, Danny. We've got a night of boxing to enjoy, so we will leave it there. Danny, thank you for your time. Great undercard fight here at Wembley Stadium. Josh Buatsi, Willy Hutchinson. Joshua Buatsi has won by split decision, not unanimous decision, miraculously. Danny, thank you for your time, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
No worries, mate. Thanks.